Ladies and gents, please welcome on stage a man found at the bottom of a Cornish tin mine, now fast becoming a comedy institution. Rated by the best, has the best. Ladies and gents, let's hear it for JeThRo!
Oh, bloody lovely. Bloody lovely. And what a lovely introduction that was. What a lovely introduction that was. I said, what a lovely introduction that was. Isn't it a shame he looks such a prick? Now, before we go any farther, I said, before we go any further, you twat, is there any policemen in tonight? Well, piss off home. You know, the bastards stopped me coming here tonight, and they pulled in front of me, out got the first bugger. He's about 14, the first bugger got out. Then the second one got out. He wasn't quite so old, not a second. And he looked in my car. He said, "Are you the driver of this car?" I'm the only bugger there. Well, I said, it's an automatic, but I gotta try to be here if I can. Well, he said, I followed you here, and he said, you was doing 100 miles an hour. I said, you prick, I haven't been out an hour. Then he said, have we been drinking, have we? Well, I said, I don't know about you. I've had about 15 pints, I have. Well, he said, I want you to blow in this bag. He said, this bag will tell me if you're pissed or not. But I said, I've got a bag home that'll tell me that. But I have got a bag home. We don't have sex now on religious grounds. That is, I'm Jewish and she's a pig. But I was giving her a portion about 12 months ago. She said, you're taking a long time. I said, I can't think of anybody. But I got home last Tuesday, and there's a man in the bed with my missus, that bastard. And I drag him out of the bed, down and across the garden, in the shed, put his cock in the vise. Then I screw the vise up, and just for good measure, I put a Jubilee clip on the end of him. Then I got out the handsaw. Hang on, JeThRo, he said, you're not going to cut me cock out. No, I said, you are. I'm setting fire to the shed. But 3 weeks ago, Sunday dinner time, my mate walked in the pub. I got a mate called Denzil Black Eye. And Denzil, he walked in the pub. I said, you got a black eye, you have. You've got a black eye, you have. you've got a black eye. You've got a black eye, you have. He said, have I got a black eye? I said, you have? He said, I'm not surprised. He said, I was in church and the woman in front of me got up from praying and being hot and sticky and the silky frock on, when she got up, the frock had gone right up the crease of her ass in front. Well, he said, I leaned forward and pulled it out. And he said, she smacked me right in the bloody eye. I said, serve you right. Leave her ass alone. It's nothing to do with you. That's your trouble. Leave her ass alone. It's nothing to do with you. Leave her ass alone. If she's taken in a bit of washing, there's nothing to do with you. Leave her ass alone, that's your trouble. There's nothing to do with you. He come in this week, another black eye. I said, you got another black eye, you have. You've got another black eye. He said, JeThRo, he said, that woman in front of me, she got up from praying and he said her frock was gone right up the crease of her ass, exactly the same as last week. Well, he said, I knew not to touch it. But he said, the man beside me, he leaned forward and pulled it out. Well, he said, I know she don't like it out, so I push it back in. But he come in here last summer with his hands between his legs. I said, what happened? He said, I've been hit with a bloody cricket ball. My missus said, Denzil, what has happened? He said, I've been hit with a bloody cricket ball. She said, come out in the kitchen, I'll take it out and bathe it for you. Christ. When I got out in the kitchen, she had his cock in a saucepan full of warm water and rose petals, and she's smoothing it down with a piece of cotton wool. I said, Denzil, is it any better? He said, JeThRo, he said, I think what your wife has done has helped a lot. But he put his finger in his hair, and he put his finger up, he said, I still think I shall lose a nail. But he was telling me that he was marooned on a desert island in the South Pacific for 10 years, on a desert island for 10 years he was, for 10 years. I said, what you eat, Denzil? He said, all I eat was leaves and berries. That's all I eat for 10 years. That's all I bloody eat. And I was bloody starving I was. He said, when I sat down, my ass you snap at the grass. You're bloody peckish when your ass is snapping at the grass. And I said, what about sex? You never had any sex? Well, he said, yes, he said, as a matter of fact. He said, I did, but I said, how the hell you managed that? I said, you told me you was on your own. Well, he said, I was. I said, how you managed that? Well, he said, it was one summer's morning, and he said, I was walking on, and I found a cock ostrich with his head buried in the sand. I said, you dirty bastard, you'll never. He said, JeThRo, he said, I took my cock out and stick it right up his ass. Hell. I said, what was that like? Well, he said he wasn't too bad for the first 100 yards. But then he said I got out of step.